What's happening, investors? AK from Fallible here, and today we're going to talk about Facebook, the company that everybody loves to hate, that everybody thinks is dead or dying. But no, in fact, it's doing great, and they continue to do great, and they're going to do even better in 2019, and we're going to talk about why. Let's find out what the Zuck is doing. Now, I do personally love how much hate Zuck gets for everything that went on with all the data, scandals, and this and that. The more of your data I gather, the more I understand what it means to be human. I love his cadaver look too. Real authentic of what he feels on the inside. Dead. From the latest earnings, you can see that investors are actually pretty happy with Facebook. It is now up over 12% since then, which I know probably not everyone was in, but don't worry. Don't feel that FOMO, because I got this guide that you can download for free that will help you deal with those emotions. So click the link in this video or down below and check it out. But on to Facebook. So Alex from MacroOps, he went over the recent earnings report. This is one of the positions in the MacroOps portfolio, and he was saying that Facebook reported very strong numbers. It's still growing revenues at over 30% and even saw its daily active users increase sequentially 1% year over year for the first time since Q1 2018. So they've been stalled for a while, and finally we're seeing some movement. And Alex explains that the company is coming off a spending binge on security, a much needed one, and we should see operating expense level off going forward while the company refocuses on product and monetization, two areas where there are plenty of untapped revenue sources and earning levers to pull. Think WhatsApp and greater Insta monetization. So yeah, after everyone was so angry with Facebook, of course they went and beefed up their security, and that's what they've been focusing on for most of 2018, which is part of the reason why we haven't seen daily active users growing as much and no crazy new products. But now that they beefed up the security, they can refocus on the product. And security, as we know, is very important. I recently put tape over all my cameras, especially my webcam, because I personally, most of the time while I'm working, I'm naked. That's why you only see the top half of me. The bottom half is, there's nothing there. No pants, nothing. And I know hackers can get into your webcam now. They even sent me an email once, said they caught me doing something unmentionable, and I should send them Bitcoin. Otherwise, they're gonna leak the footage. I didn't send them any Bitcoin. I took that risk. So far, so good though. But by far the best example of supreme security I've seen recently is this crypto exchange that says they can't repay their 190 million to clients because the founder died and he was the only one with the password. Now that is some good security. So secure you can't even access your own stuff. But anyway, in the recent earnings, Zuck was talking about commerce. He was saying that the biggest opportunity in Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, and all these platforms is increasing commerce. So people are already doing a lot of commerce activity and are really interested in following brands, but what Zuck wants to work on is discovery of those things. And then on top of the discovery, he wants to make transactions within these platforms super easy. So if you're watching an influencer and you like them, you should be able to buy whatever product they're talking about pretty much instantly. So they're working to do that in Instagram and also Marketplace and Facebook and even WhatsApp. So really they're looking to further monetize every single one of their platforms, which is important because they have the user base, it's just not being fully monetized. Another thing they're doing is integrating all these apps. They're enabling cross-platform encryption, and by integrating them, again, it makes purchasing easy between the different platforms. So Zuck is basically following the WeChat model where they create an intranet within the internet where users never have to leave any of their platforms. You're just in the Facebook bubble, which I've talked about before about the duopoly on the internet and the overlords of Google and Facebook. And I mean, this is just another step in that same direction of Facebook controlling everything. Is it good for the consumer? I don't know. It's less freedom, but I guess it is easier. Now, as a content creator, I personally don't like it because with stuff like this and internet within the internet, you got to play up to these guys even more, follow all their rules and stuff. It sucks. But from an investing standpoint, you definitely want to invest in a company that's doing this because they're just going to be minting money from it. So a former project manager, Gavin Baker, has a pretty good thread on Twitter talking about all this. So here again, Gavin is reiterating that in 2018, regulation was the highest threat to Facebook, which is why they spent a bunch of money addressing the issues about the data privacy and all that, which actually did help their technology, and optically, which means like to the public how they're viewing it, it made Facebook look weak, which is a good thing when a company looks weak because that provides a regulatory shield. So like I was saying before, Facebook becoming so powerful, if everybody knows that and the lawmakers know that, they're going to try and break Facebook up or put more rules and restrictions on them. But if you got Zuck in front of Congress just pale as a ghost, you know, it makes Facebook look a lot weaker. So another thing that happened in 2018 was that Facebook shifted more towards stories, which became a really huge main part of the Instagram app. But they didn't exactly know how to monetize stories as well as they could monetize the Facebook feed. Yet they went full steam into it anyway, even though it slowed down their revenue a bit because they knew they could eliminate Snap in the process. So Gavin's saying that everything that has been reported in the press is a trailing liability. They get it. We fundamentally changed how we run this company. So he's saying all the bad news is pretty much priced in. The end-to-end encryption that they've been talking about is how they're going to justify unifying their platforms, which again will just help monetization. Also, messaging is becoming the center of social experiences, which you've kind of seen more overseas, but now you're seeing it in the US as well. With Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp is becoming more popular. And once you get commerce in there with ads and monetize that properly, I mean, that's a ton of money flowing in. Video also has been really growing on Instagram and Facebook. So there's 400 million monthly active users on Facebook Watch with 20 minutes a day of viewing. So Gavin is saying that Watch looks like the only competitor outside of Twitch to YouTube. So as I said before, stories are becoming such a large part of Instagram that Facebook is now trying to figure out how to monetize it better. So here's a quote: "We're making it easier for advertisers to adopt their campaigns for stories. In Q4, we expanded automatic placements, which converts feed ads into a format that works for stories and delivers ads wherever they'll get the best results. Then in Q4, they launched Messenger stories, so now you could have stories across Facebook, Instagram, and Messenger. Again, the way they're linking everything together. They're getting marketplace ads up, and they're helping a lot of companies on their platforms get comfortable with all the new ways to monetize. So currently only 2 million out of 7 million advertisers are on stories. That's a lot of monetization potential right there." He concludes by saying Facebook is a top 3 position for him. So Alex says that he's looking to add to his position, but he's going to be patient. The stock is currently trading at its upper weekly Bollinger Band, which means it's likely to see a pullback soon. And if it does pull back, well then that's probably when he's going to add. But of course with Facebook, you should be following your own strategy. Fundamentally though, they look pretty great and their strategy is working out. But what do you think? Where do you think Facebook is going? Comment down below and let me know if you're invested in it, if you're thinking about it, and why. Do you think Facebook will remain at the top going forward? If you haven't already, smash like on this video and subscribe to this channel and hit that bell for an email notification when new videos come out. We're posting daily now on all business and stock market related stuff. So subscribe and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.